Galactic Federation of Light and Higher Self Message, December 16, 2016. When you can see and understand the current situation on Earth, the way forward is apparent and indicated by the collapse of the Illuminati's control over the events taking place. Matters are changing even as they try to maintain some kind of control to no avail. There is a greater plan in place that, regardless of the actions of those who instead try to impose their will, cannot prevent a successful conclusion leading to ascension. So do not be dismayed regardless of how you see events working out, as all is well. The last gasps of those who face defeat can be heard, and many now flee to avoid having to answer for their actions against humanity. They cannot avoid having to face the result of their actions, as there is no hiding place that will enable them to escape, and justice will have its day. Do not be concerned with their future, as they will reap what they have sown, and like all souls will nevertheless be assisted as soon as they turn to the light. There is a plan in place that will lead you along the path to your salvation, and upliftment out of duality and into the realms of light. These are the levels that you left behind when you volunteered to help those souls trapped in the lower vibrations. You might wonder why you would leave the higher realms to help those who seemed beyond redemption, and the simple answer is that you are one with them, and all souls must lift up out of the darkness if they are to progress. They need help to find their way back to the light, otherwise they may slip further into the pit where the light is practically non-existent. Your strength and experience are your guarantee of success, although the lower vibrations will present a strong challenge to your faith. As you have been told previously, whilst on your path, you are never alone, and your guides will do their best to assist you when you are in need. Meanwhile, all proceeds as necessary to ensure that reevaluation is close to taking place. It may appear to be delayed too often, but bear in mind that there is a lot of preparation required before all is ready to go ahead. The Dark Ones, although weakened, are still able to stall events and cause delay, but cannot prevent ultimate progress as ordained. Many of you already know whether you are on the path to completion in this lifetime, and the Dark Ones are tasked with testing you to find any weakness that you may have. However, your strength of character will undoubtedly see you through, providing you keep your sight firmly on the finishing line. You are being allowed to discover more about your past, and people are beginning to hear about the astonishing discoveries in the reaches of Alaska. The remains of a vast city that has been under the ice for thousands of years, and it is an exciting discovery that can hardly be kept secret, but the big powers will do their best to keep it so. It is a find that the searchers were led to, as it is time for humanity to know more of the truth about your real history. Until now you have been deliberately kept in a time warp, but soon you are to learn of the many different space beings that are linked to you, and particularly those who reside within the inner earth. The fact that few of you have had any idea of their presence is because until now it was not their time to reveal themselves to humanity. However, the time quickly approaches when you should be ready to meet your brothers and sisters from space. At many different stages in man's evolution, you have been visited by space beings, but they have not always had the best of intentions. The Anunnaki, who have now gone from the earth, kept you in the prison of their making, and led you to believe in a false version of your history. The time has come to learn the truth, but first you must be uplifted, and mankind must create conditions on earth that restore an acceptable standard of living. Nasara is to be enacted very soon, and will take humanity out of the dark ages and into the light. That will ensure the end of poverty and the fair distribution of wealth and the earth's bounties. There is more than enough wealth on earth that has been accumulated for many centuries that will give all of humanity a reasonable standard of living. Saint Germain can be credited with having ensured that such a high standard can be achieved, and will release funds when appropriate. The ravages of war and the poverty experienced in many countries has left much restoration needed, but with the advancements that will emerge, reparation and replacement will soon restore the areas that have been badly affected. In a relatively short time all countries will be made as new and more self-sufficient, and the people freed from the drudgery of working all of their lives simply to exist. However, even with advanced technologies, the overall time scale will still take quite a number of years before completion is achieved. The future is filled with light, and a happy and enjoyable time will be experienced by all. Already you are entering an area of space that is of the higher vibrations, and as they have an effect, people will experience upliftment into a more peaceful environment where the light is stronger. The going will be tough on many people, but keep in mind that the changes are necessary to achieve the foundation for a new age. The plan is already in place, and much has occurred already that are the building blocks for that which is to follow. The whole world is in a state of change, and for some it may be a painful experience, but as matters are progressing at present, it should not last too long. The good news about current events is still largely kept from you by those who oppose changes that lift you out of the difficulties they have brought about. You will appreciate that it is not easy to introduce so many changes in such a short time. However, your needs are in mind, and much will be done to ease the conditions that presently exist. It is the time of goodwill upon earth, and people become more focused on having a happy and enjoyable time. However, many do not forget those who are still in situations that bring about despair and heartache, and much good work is done at this time. Your generosity in such times is wonderful, and a sign that as the vibrations lift up, you are releasing the old energies and finding your real self. You are as much of the light as any other soul, although some do not yet realize their true potential. Always remember that whatever happens to you, you will always have the God spark, and it will always be so. In your days ahead, go about your travels with full awareness that you are all an aspect of God, and act accordingly. May you all receive what you wish for yourself and others, and use your gift of free will to spread love and blessings at this time of the year. For many it is a special occasion that celebrates the life of Jesus and his love for every soul. I leave you with love and blessings, and may the light brighten your days and path to completion. This message comes through my higher self. Channeled by Mike Quincy. Special message from Mike Quincy. This will be my last message this year, so I would like to thank you all for your loving support. The next one will be on Friday the 6th of January. I wish you all the best for 2017, and it promises to be a year of revelations and victory for the light. May you be given all you would wish yourselves, and enjoy a most exciting and fulfilling year. In love and light. Mike Quincy. treeofthegoldenlight.com